Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday we talked about the father of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His name was Abdullah. And prior to that we have spoken about the grandfather of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whose name is Abdul Muttalib. But his real name was Shaybatul Hamd, and I've given you the detailed account of why he is called Abdul Muttalib. And then in mentioning that, we talked about a nur or a light that appeared in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's father, that was seen by one of the women who wanted to marry her, but he got married to Amina, and then that light transferred to Amina, and then the woman didn't see that light in Abdullah anymore. So one of you made a comment about this light in the nur that was seen in Abdul Muttalib as well. Well, I will talk a little bit about that today, but our focus today is about a dream that Abdul Muttalib saw before the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I'll give you the references as to which books this dream is found. Now, remember that Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was only 8 years of age when Abdul Muttalib passed away, as it is found in several books of Sirah. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was only 6 years of age when his mother passed away. When he was born, his father was not there, he already passed away. And when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was only 8 years of age, his grandfather Abdul Muttalib passed away, and he was under the supervision of his two uncles Abu Talib and Zubair. And then when Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was around the age of 13, 14, in early mid-teens, then Zubair also passed away. So it was solely Abu Talib that was the caretaker of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, going to the dreams. The very first dream that I want to talk about is reported by Imam Qastalani rahimahullah. And this dream is reported in his famous book on the seerah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Al-Mawahibul Ladunya. In this book, in the volume number 1, page 164, he mentions that كان عبد المطلب قد رأى في المنام, that Abdul Muttalib once saw a dream. In the dream, he saw a chain made from silver. كان سلسلة من فضة قد خرجت من ظهره. It came out from his back, and one of its end extended all the way to the sky, and another end went in the direction of the land, towards the earth. Then another end of this chain went towards Mashriq, and another one went towards the Maghrib. And then he noticed that all of these things came back and took a form of a tree. It took the form of a tree. It started growing leaves, and these leaves had nur and light in them. And then when I said على كل ورقة منها نورا وإذا أهل المشرق والمغرب, and everybody from the east and the west came كأنهم يتعلقون بها, they wanted to grab it and hold on to this tree. And Abdul Muttalib woke up. He didn't know what was that all about. And this is one account of this dream. I will tell you the detailed account of the dream as well in other places. So Abdul Muttalib woke up, and he wasn't sure what this dream is all about. So when he mentioned it to people who could interpret the dreams, they told him that from your offsprings, there will be a boy that will be born, and everybody from the east and the west will follow him. And he will be the one that will be praised. That's why Abdul Muttalib, فَلِذَلِكَ سَمَّاهُ مُحَمَّدًا. That's why he named his grandson Muhammad. That means the one who is praised the most. And then also, he was told by Amina, the mother of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that she also heard a voice that was telling her, إِنَّكِ حَمَلْتِ بِسَيِّدَ هَذِهِ الْأُمَّةِ, that you have been pregnant with the Sayyid, with the leader of this ummah. And then when she gave birth to him, then named him Muhammad. فإذا وضعتيه فسميه محمدا. This is one account of that dream. Now, let me give you another account of that dream. And this dream is also mentioned in another book. Let me give you a reference of that book as well. That this is Abu Abdullah Muhammad bin Abdul Baqi al-Zurqani. You know him by the name of Imam Zurqani. He is the one who wrote the Sharah of Al-Mawahib al-Ladunya, written by Imam Qastalani. And in that Sharah, he mentioned this in volume number 4, page number 162. Another account of this is reported by Imam Abu Nu'aym rahimahullah. And Imam Abu Nu'aym is basically, his name is Ahmad. He's the son of Abdullah al-Isbahani. He wrote a book on the seerah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam called Dalailun Nubuwah, volume number 1, page number 54. He brings this another account of the dream. An Abdul Muttalib قال بين أنا نائم في الحجر إذ رأيت رؤيا. I saw a dream when I was sleeping by the Haram in Kaaba, by the Hajar, by the black stone. And I woke up because the dream was such that I got scared. So what did I do? I couldn't find anybody to ask the interpretation of the dream, but there was a woman who was the kahina in Quraysh. And then at that time, I was wearing some kind of a cloak or a blanket, and my hair were not even made because I was so scared. In that condition, I went to see her, and she looked at me, and she was quite confused to see me being the chief of Makkah in that kind of a condition. Usually people would go to her and would kiss her right hand and will then sit by her presence. But Abdul Muttalib said, I just went to her and I sat in front of her. And also because I was chief of Makkah, it wasn't nice for me to do what normal people do. So I went and sat in front of her, and she asked me, what happened? And I told her that last night when I was sleeping near Kaaba, by the Hajar al-Aswad, I saw that from the land there grew a massive tree. The tree was reaching the sky, and then its branches started spreading east and west. And they were spreading and spreading, and its light was way stronger than the light of the sun. In this narration, it says 70, but when Arabs would say 70 in that time, it means it was unexplainable. It was so much brighter than that of the sun. Then I noticed that all people from Arab and Ajam, means Arabs and non-Arabs, gathered around it, and they were embracing it and were bowing down to it, showing their respect and humility. And the light in the Noor was continuously growing. Then I saw some people from Quraysh. They started hanging from the branches of this tree as they're also embracing it. And some people from the Quraysh gathered to cut the tree down. When they got near to the tree, a very handsome man appeared that I've never seen anybody more handsome than him. And he was fragrant. I've never ever smelled that kind of a fragrance. This is an experience Abdul Muttalib is having in his dream. He said this man got near these people of Quraysh and he hit them so hard. For some of them, he broke their rib cages, and for the others, he hurt their faces. And then he stopped them from cutting the tree. At that time, I was like, maybe I should also go. And I should also hang on to one of the branches of the tree. But that young man stopped me. I said, who are these people who are hanging from these tree branches? He said, those who got ahead of you. Then I woke up and I was scared. I don't know what was this dream all about. After listening to my dream, the face of the kahina turned pale. And then she said, if your dream is true, then listen to me, Abdul Muttalib. From your offspring, there will be a man who will have his kingdom from east to west. People will follow him. he will have something that will be worth following. ثم قالت لئن صدقت رؤياك ليخرجن من صلبك رجل يملك المشرق والمغرب. And then his deen will be for the people. ثم قال لأبي طالب لعلك تكون هذا المولود. Abdul Muttalib thought it was Abu Talib who was that person. But then Abu Talib said, فَكَانَ أَبُو طَالِبُ Abu Talib said, when the Prophet ﷺ's time came, Wallahi, that tree is Muhammad, Abu al-Qasim al-Amin, and he is the one that has been talked about in the dream of Abdul Muttalib. So this is another evidence of this. And then if you look at Allama Jami, he wrote a book, Shawahidun Nubuwa, and Imam Suhaili wrote Rawd al-Anf. In both of these books, in Nuruddin Abdul Rahman Jami, Shawahidun Nubuwa, it is on pages 46 and 47. And Abu al-Qasim Abdul Rahman bin Abdullah al-Suhaili, he wrote Rawd al-Anf fi Sharh al-Sirat al-Nabawiyya, volume 2, page number 95. In both of these books, we have this addition, ثم عادت كأنها شجرة على كل ورقة منها نور. And then the tree grew and then came back, and each and every leaf of that tree had nur on it. So this was another incident that was reported. And these are the two dreams that Abdul Muttalib saw. And then another story I want to talk to you about, which is the nur that appeared on Abdul Muttalib that people saw. And I'll tell you which book it comes from. This is the time when Abraha is marching towards Kaaba. He wants to destroy Kaaba. And Abdul Muttalib comes to know about this. And then this is mentioned in by Imam Qastalani in Al-Muwahib al-Ladunya, in page number 63 of volume number 1. He says, لما قدم أبرهة, when Abraha came from the Yemen, he was a Malikul Yemen, and then he was sent by whatever authority he was sent by. And then at that time, Abdul Muttalib, when he came to know about this, he gathered Quraysh. يا معشر قريش لا يصل إلى هدم البيت لأن لهذا البيت ربا يحميه ويحفظه. And then when the Abraha's news reached Abdul Muttalib, he gathered Quraysh and said, nobody can harm this house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that this house has a Rabb, and the Rabb will take care of it, and he is the one who will guard it and will make it a safe place. That Abraha came, and I told you the details. He sent a man who collected many animals which were owned by the Quraysh. And then when this news reached Abdul Muttalib that hundreds of camels of Abdul Muttalib are also being taken away by the Abraha and his people, then Abdul Muttalib got on a ride, and he went with Quraysh till he reached a Mount Thabir. And then at that time, the nur of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam appeared in the forehead of Abdul Muttalib, and it took the form a circle like a moon, and the light of that would cast on the walls of Baytullah, the Kaaba. And at that time, Abdul Muttalib looked at Quraysh, and he said to Quraysh, "Irji'u, return to wherever you have come. Whenever this nur appears," that means it's not the first time it had appeared on him, "whenever this nur appears, we are always victorious. ارجعوا فقد كفيتم هذه الأمر." فوالله, by God, whenever this nur appears, then you are successful. So all of the people return back to where they came from. And then many other stories that I would want to share with you. As I told you, if you remember, that Abdul Muttalib's life cannot be gathered in one place. That's why I shared the story of Abdul Muttalib in different places. Last time we talked about one phase of Abdul Muttalib, his encounter with his son Abdullah, and then we talked about Abdul Muttalib, why he's called Abdul Muttalib, and how Abdul Muttalib got the name Abdul Muttalib when he was born with the name Shaybat al-Hamd, and how he was born in Medina, which was called Yathrib, and moved to Makkah. We also need to talk about how Abdul Muttalib came in the leadership position. We talked about Abdul Muttalib's life story where he found Zamzam, which was lost for 500 years or more than that. So to an extent where people even forgot the name that was called Zamzam. So this is another account of the stories that I want to share with you today, I hope you would have enjoyed it. And these kind of things, when we hear about Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it boosts the iman of the believers. And inshallah, we'll talk more about this. And there are many other topics that we are talking, and we will continue talking about that as well. Till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Please help us spread these beautiful stories from the life of the Prophet ﷺ or the pre-Islamic era to other people so that they can also learn and benefit from it. And again, if you're watching this video on the TikTok, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thinking Muslim. In case TikTok gets banned in the US, you still will have a way to access our videos. Till next time, assalamu alaikum.